You live
If
there.
he's gonna jump into Lake Superior, he should fucking pollute a lake that's not near me. Jackson is the fucking human equivalent of rat poison.
What are other Great Lakes? Let's see here. I was wrong. Lake Superior is really, really far away. In fact, it's 2 lakes away from you.
Good. He should go there and jump into that lake and then live in it forever.
Well, happy
You know what's,
thoughts.
you know what's really depressing? My phone was like, it's going to be 29 degrees tomorrow. I'm like, thanks, phone. You're really making me feel warm. And then I expanded it, and it said 9 degrees warmer than Sunday. And I was like, oh, God. Fucking remind me more about the hell that I live in.
Right now, it's kind of it's cool down here. It's gonna snow. It might snow on Tuesday, so there's that, Alex.
It's been snowing here.
Yeah, we got ice yesterday.
Oh, we got like a bunch of rainfall on Friday. Like just
Yeah.
Was it Friday or Thursday?
One of those.
Yeah, one of those days. Like it just fucking rained, fucking hard. I felt like I was about to hear lightning strikes out my window. I woke up and it felt like it was summer, and it was fucking great. Jeffrey, I feel like you should start with citrus.
Oh,
What, what did you think of
it wasn't
starting already?
terrible.
Sex Assault, the anime?
Yeah, that's essentially what it was. It was.
Uh,
I wasn't surprised that they became sisters because I know you guys mentioned a lot of incest when talking about this show.
Well,
well, it's also in
Brandon.
the synopsis.
Oh, is it? I didn't read the synopsis.
We all read it
I can't
together.
read. I don't remember the synopsis.
We read a
Anyways,
lot.
incest was on the mind, and so I wasn't surprised when that happened. I was very shocked at just how like sudden the incidents happened.
Yeah.
Just like totally not expecting anything, and then boom, there it is.
So I remember reading the
But
manga.
it wasn't bad. It was entertaining.
Okay, I remember reading the manga, and I don't remember it being this rapey.
Yeah, this was
And that,
pretty
that
rapey.
really caught me off guard. I was like, oh Jesus.
I also read the manga around the same time as Brandon. Didn't remember the main girl was as much of a hoe.
Wait, the blonde one or the black-haired one?
Blonde one.
Oh, about her name. Yuzu is a citrus fruit.
Of course it is.
Yes, fun fact.
Actually, I'm
Is
more
it-
surprised that their names together are equal citrus, or like orange or something like that.
Oh, there's or and then
It's like oh, their names kanji is like orange or something. It's like of course it is, because they do that shit.
Yeah, that'd be kind of interesting though.
I mean, it would be like I don't know. It would be an obvious reason why you chose citrus as the name of it. Other than that, I don't know.
Yeah, actually, I have no idea why it's even called citrus. But the fucking blonde-haired girl's name makes me think that everyone is like somehow named after a citrus fruit. But I haven't found anything else. I guess May might be, I don't know, a lemon.
Everything doesn't have to be Dragon Ball, but maybe.
You got fucking pickles. Yeah, you got pickles, you got radish, and then vegetables, and then carrots. Wonderful names for superhumans. But yeah, I actually found it entertaining too. It was at least somewhat interesting. Hopefully they toned down on the sexual assault, given that
Yeah.
there's been like 5 incidents in less than an hour. But
You hope that they tone down on the sexual
oh
assault?
Jesus, you want some more?
I only
Yes.
came here for the Yuri.
I mean,
Well, just because there's no sexual assault doesn't mean there won't be any Yuri. I can promise you that. There
I mean,
be
we're
Yuri.
already getting pretty forgiving of her. I mean, what at the end of this episode,
Oh,
she
yeah.
was like, "I love her." So it's like we're straying very close to like I'm okay with this. Let's do more.
we don't want that soft shit.
Wait, did you guys already watch the second episode?
Oh,
Yeah.
you didn't?
Oh, you did.
I did.
I fucking
no,
told
I just
you to.
watched Oh, did you? Oh,
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention.
Well, get ready for
I only
some more
watched the
sexual
first one.
assault.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot more.
I thought we were just doing the premieres of each of them. Might be.
Who really gives a shit?
Yeah,
My
just
favorite part
more
about that
sexual
was the
assault.
fucking at the end of almost the end of the episode with the fucking grandpa who walks in, sees what's happening, and he's just like,
This is your
"Oh
fault.
God, just leave."
Yeah. Well, not even. He's like, this is your fault. You're corrupting my daughter. Get out of here. Well, she's the one being pinned down and assaulted.
She's the one who, yeah, his daughter was on top of her. It's like,
This is your fault. Also, how contrived was the fucking, like, beginning of this show? Fucking the mom is marrying some dude who she never even, like, introduced her daughter. Like, ever.
Yes. Okay.
It was so fucking
pissed me
stupid.
off. It was really dumb.
I completely
I feel
forgot
like
about
there's
how...
something there though.
I can kind of see it as like,
As to, like, why they didn't meet him.
Yeah.
They do mention the fact that he, like, goes on business trips a lot, so that could be a reason. But, like,
Yeah.
it sounded like she just didn't even know her mom was dating this dude. Like, she
And
just...
that
It
could be a
seems
thing.
like-
It's like,
It
yeah.
seems like there's something there though.
Honestly, I don't actually think... I don't remember there being anything. Like,
Like
it's
May
just...
really seems to like broken up about him, and like
Oh, yes, that they do go into further, from what I remember. But, like, I'm just talking about, Yuzu, like, her situation with her mom and how her mom, like, marries just a dude randomly.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's
Oh,
weird.
so
you're-
oh, okay,
tell
so
her.
you...
Like, I definitely feel like they're going to explain more about that.
Okay. I hope they
Like,
do.
I feel like that's also a thing that anime does pretty commonly. Is like
It's just
it
some
kinda
contrived
starts-
thing.
It just
Oh,
starts
did I
Yeah.
forget to
stories,
tell you?
and then later they'll go back and be like, all right, this is why the beginning actually makes sense. Like, why it's not just all bullshit. It's like the author's just giving himself time where he's like, I just want to start this story, and eventually I'll go back and like, now I have a reason why. Like, I figured it out.
Okay.
Okay.
My editor says I need a reason, and this is the chapter where the reason is shown to you.
This is
There
the
you go.
flashback chapter. Reasons.
So you think we'll have a reasons episode where everything gets explained?
I think so.
I hope so.
I think it'll be like episode. I don't know how long this is. Assuming it's 12 episodes.
I think it's
assuming
12
gonna
episodes.
come in like episode 8.
Get ready for episode 7 because I'm pretty sure halfway through any like show, there's always a beach episode.
That's
So
not true. Not every show.
most shows,
Uh,
or a hot
Or
spring
an
episode.
OVA.
She is a gal character, so I would not be surprised at a beach episode, but it's not a guarantee.
Well- Yeah. Either in the actual run or like an OVA.
Fucking-
maybe.
we also talk about the fact that this school is so like Naziistic.
It's very like
Oh,
authoritarian.
really? How so?
With
What,
the
what
fucking,
gave
like,
it away?
the red armbands and the fact that you like walk into school every day like flanked by people with like the
Here's
fucking
the thing,
clipboards.
Every student council chick has that.
But
in
like
some
it's the
way.
combination of all of the things together where I'm like, Jesus, it's like I'm watching the
Red
Nazi regime.
armband, green uniforms.
The Empire did nothing wrong.
Oh, also everyone looks the same.
Yeah. Oh my god, that also is throwing me off. Fucking
Well-
everyone looks exactly the same. I'm like, why don't you just do the anime thing and give them different hair colors so I can recognize? Damn it.
Well, because
No,
they're fucking
they're-
faceless
they're
people.
just-
Who gives a shit about them?
Also, they're in a all-girls school where that's not allowed. So they have to look all the same, which is kind of the point.
Well, I mean, you could also have, like, brown hair or dark brown hair or and then black hair or, like, different hairstyles, like long hair, short hair, medium hair. Everyone's
It's
literally
annoying
just
me
like...
that fucking May and fucking
friends.
Yuzu's best friend look so similar.
They do kind of look similar.
Like they have the same color same color black
Well, no, 'cause I
hair.
think
It's
she's
like
like a
the
bit
same
of a purple
Blackish,
tint.
purple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she has a purple tint, and May doesn't.
It's like so vague though. Like at
It
just
is.
a glance,
Is
they're
it?
almost impossible to tell apart.
Maybe my mind's just, like, saturating the color of their hair more. Okay, well, yeah.
I mean,
They're
you
very
also may
similar.
be associating her hair with her eyes, which are purple,
Yeah,
That might be
true.
it.
which is the really like easy way to tell who's May and who isn't.
Wait, May's eyes are also kind of purplish, aren't they? Or are they blue? Or pink?
May's eyes are purple. Yuzu's eyes are, I don't know.
Green.
Who cares?
Friend's eyes are yellow, I think.
Okay. Wait, what is Yuzu's friend's name?
Fuck
Yuzu's
if I
friend.
know.
She kind of looks like the main character, or the female main character from Real Life. At least that's how I'm picturing it.
Big tits McGillicuddy.
What? No, like the fucking haircut, the bangs.
Well, no, that was May's friend's one defining feature so far is that she has big breasts in which she hides her phone.
No,
Yep.
that's Yuzu's friend. Mei's the black-haired girl.
I'm
Yuzu's
sorry,
the
Yuzu.
blonde-haired girl.
I'm sorry.
You're-
You're right. We're watching 3 shows. Damn it, I have to know 3 different shows' characters' names.
Oh, I only know
Also,
that. I
you know,
only
like,
know
two
the name
episodes.
characters from this show. I completely forgot everybody else's.
Yeah, it's like 2 episodes, man. Give us some time to actually care about them.
No, I only know their names. I only know Yuzu and Mei. That's it. After that, I have no idea who anyone else is. But anyways, about the like fucking other classmates, they're also all like CG, and it's really kind of, at least to me, it's really obvious that they're CG.
Yeah.
Because they like walk in like such a robotic fashion. It's really
Oh, yeah.
fucking.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know,
I mean,
if you,
Even
It
notice.
works with the Nazi thing.
it does work with the Nazi.
It's
thing.
all right, Jeff. You're a novice at this. You'll get used to seeing the 3D.
I noticed the CGI in Death March.
We'll talk about that
So
in a little bit. Talk.
That will come.
Hold your horses. I have things to say about that show.
Do you?
No. Anyways, at least for the first episode of Citrus, I really like the soundtrack. I felt like it was really varied.
Oh yeah, it was.
For whatever reason, like it just popped out at me.
Was it?
It was like,
Yeah.
damn, there's some quality in this.
Right? Like fucking when she
Hopefully
first,
not just this.
yeah, when she first sees what's her face, kissing the teacher.
Yeah.
You have like the RPG like fight music, which is really weird, and then later on, when she's in the shower or when she's taking a bath, you fucking have like the like synthwave porno music in the background. It was really funny, but they're all really good tracks.
Alright.
I like them.
Side note, though, from the bath scene. So we've had one in both episodes now. Is this a contender for bath scene of the year?
Oh my god, did you see that post again?
Yes.
Oh, jeez, fucking Reddit. I don't know if Jeffrey knows this, but Jeffrey, I think about 3 years ago, I think it was, Reddit highly upvoted this one post detailing
much.
the...
I think
Top-
highest in its history.
No, I think it's something else. I think it might be like fucking something about Attack on Titan or One Punch Man is the #1 post. But anyways, this was like the first time they did it, and it was like the top 10 or top X, whatever, bath scenes in anime. It like, almost exclusively had little girl characters in the album, and that...
Let me guess.
Christ.
That's not true. It also had the Kill La Kill thing.
Let me guess.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
it
was
had
it
the
top?
mother-daughter's incest thing from Kill la Kill.
Oh yeah, of course. No.
Which
I mean,
was
that would
the
be-
most intense fucking bath scene ever.
I mean, you kind of need that to like compete with fucking what's her name? Shino from the Monogatari series, the vampire girl,
Shinobu?
Shinobu.
I don't think
Yeah.
that made the list. I think that was like a couple years before.
Really?
I don't
It
remember.
was, it was only for 2014.
2014, okay, so about
Oh,
4 years
okay.
ago. Anyways, r/anime got taken off the front page for that, and they've never gone back.
Yeah.
They are no longer allowed on the front page.
They're
That's
no longer
hilarious.
associate with normal people.
I'm surprised it took that long.
There were like talks before, if I remember right. I remember like reading some posts about that a couple years ago.
I mean, to be fair,
Like,
this
hey,
is yeah.
maybe we should ban them forever. That's the ideas that they had before.
January 1st of 2015
Was when it was posted.
was when it was posted.
Okay, and then they did the same thing I think the year after. But I don't know if they got back to the front page and then that got them rebanned, or if like they just
I don't know
decided not to go
about
back.
Oh.
There you go. Those are your scenes. Fucking that Kill La Kill thing.
Oh yeah, that was
That scene was something.
wow.
She straight up gave her daughter an orgasm.
Yes.
There's a lot of incest going on
Fucking
today. It
Christ.
sounds like.
Wait, which one is this?
Oh, Nick, did you notice that the voice of Yuzu is fucking what's her face from Orimo?
Oh, you're right, isn't it?
Yeah, what's her name? Kirino. Yeah,
Yeah.
Same voice. But instead of
Nice.
older brother this time, it's now going to be her own little sister, which
Yeah,
was the
right.
dream of Kirino in that show.
Oh god, the fucking JoJo one. Oh,
What JoJo scene was that?
with strength.
Oh, fucking the monkey?
Yeah.
I remember that. Get out of here, dirty ape. That made the list? Huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on the list.
There was no reason for her to be there. It was fucking weird. She literally did nothing. Like, she was there, and then they say bye to her, and then that's the last time you see her. She wasn't a stand user. She was just some girl they met.
I mean, yeah.
Best kind of role.
Right? You're here, you don't do anything. In fact, you just get in her fucking way the entire fucking time. Now get on this plane. Go home. We don't want you here anymore. That was the end of that. Do you guys need anything else to share about Citrus, aka assaulting older sisters, the anime?
No, I got.
Yeah.
I didn't. It wasn't. I don't have anything really like major to say about it.
Any more from you, B?
I don't know, it's kind of intense. I wasn't expecting it to go that far that quick.
I didn't either. I didn't expect it,
You didn't,
but
didn't
it
see it coming.
happened.
He wasn't ready.
I like that the two people are saying they didn't expect it. Brendan, who read the
Right, I read it, and I still
and
wasn't
then on the
expecting
other
that hard.
other side of the spectrum, we have Jeffrey, the resident novice,
I completely forgot like how hard it goes.
our resident fucking baby.
It was a while, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I fucking read it 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I think I got. Well, here's also another reason why I'm saying there's going to be like our beach slash
also, it was
hot spring
ma-
episode, Nick.
It was manga panels, so there's not really a way for you to tell if it was soft or hard.
Anyway, I think like around episode 7 is going to be like a hot spring episode because they go to one at some point. So I guess prepare for that. And more sexual assault in a hot spring.
I can't wait to see pink hair chick.
Oh yeah, she
Yeah,
gets
that's also
teased.
going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Hopefully
That's
it doesn't, just show you random characters, teased characters that they'll never show. Like fucking...
You know they will.
I don't want this to be another fucking... that show with the girl with Mori Mori. What was it called again? Netju.
Not you.
Yeah, that show. Anyways, I
Dude,
guess...
we crossed like the 50% line in Netju. You were still the only person reading into that opening and the ending.
I was hoping,
Alex
man.
and I were not with you for so
No.
long.
No.
I was
You
hoping
were like,
out.
but the opening, and Alex and I were like, just let him do his own thing.
Fuck it, whatever.
It's all connected.
Pepe Sylvia! Pepe Sylvia!
Everyone's getting their mail.
I go upstairs to talk to Carol in HR, but what do you know? There is no Carol in HR! Not only do all of these people exist, but they all want their mail! Dude, we're gonna get fired.
Don't worry about that. We've been fired like 2 weeks ago. We got our pink slips. I mailed them halfway to Siberia. Isn't the end of that joke like Mac says, Charlie, these all say Pennsylvania. I think you're illiterate.
Oh yeah. I think it's just another Charlie's illiterate joke. Why does the door say pirate on it? Do you think there's a pirate that lives on the other side of it? Charlie, the door says private. Are you dyslexic? Can you read? Yeah, I can read. Of course I can read.
Well, that was Citrus.
That was such a
I'll keep watching this, and I feel like we're all gonna enjoy it. At least be entertained at somewhat.
Yeah, I'll keep up with it for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't say the same for Death March, which I found to be
Yeah.
so fucking boring.
Yeah, Death March
Really?
was definitely my bottom anime.
Yeah,
I
like,
was not a fan.
Was so fucking bored through the entire thing.
It's like, wow, this guy likes to talk. Jesus Christ.
Not only that, but like, nothing happens. Well, I felt like nothing happened. Like he fucking
Like
goes
the
sleep.
close to the worst setup I've ever seen for a show.
I wouldn't say it's the worst setup for a show or anything like that. It was just the worst out of the 3 animes that we picked. This was my least favorite
Yeah, like
by a good margin.
it also just felt like incredibly just generic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit hyped when I saw the opening, and he had a fucking gun.
Oh, I wasn't. I watched it. I'm
I
like,
was
damn,
like,
this
what?
show is trying to be SAO, gun grade or whatever. Like, it's not even trying to be like the good SAO. It's trying to be the worst SAO.
It's like, he gets a fucking ray gun, and not only that, he gets it immediately after he kills the lizard army.
Well, I mean, he also has like the fucking black coat.
Oh yeah, that too.
I think it's pretty lame that he's already like the most powerful guy in existence. I feel like that's just
Okay,
super
so
lame.
Well,
I was reading some comments.
to be fair, he killed 300 level 50s.
Why does a level 1 have a spell that does that though?
No, so
Because-
they
Well, I mean,
explained
They
that in the
explained
show.
that in the show.
Yeah, they go about it. They go for like 2 minutes about it.
Did they?
Yes.
Yeah.
They
Yes.
put
What was
that
the
in there.
reason?
Okay, they put that in there.
How are you so good at this,
Yeah.
Jeffrey?
They put it in there because they felt that newer players were gonna find it too hard. So they put in a like freebie spell that you have that just kills stuff. I think they're gonna explain it that like he just made it too strong or whatever, and there you go.
Well,
That's how he fucking
yeah.
gets all that shit.
Okay.
It was like,
just made it
oh,
broken.
this'll insta kill anything. But I think all of us just expected, oh, it's gonna be one giant meteor, not a fucking firestorm of meteors. God.
Yeah.
How did I not
It
notice
did look
that?
like
What-
he activated all 3.
He did.
activates
Yeah.
one,
Well,
and then
like-
activates the other
The other
2 later
Well, no,
on.
he levels up the last one. So the one that he throws that annihilates the area is because he levels up the skill.
No, he keeps
I
the
thought-
skill. Like he has a skill now. He can use that at any point.
Mhm.
Well, no, he pays
Turns-
for it though.
He's turned it off.
Yeah, he's turned it
Yeah.
off, but he's paid for it.
Yeah.
Also,
You
I
can, see
think
that you can see that's why it's more powerful. Is because it's rank 10.
yeah, but he also does use all 3 if I'm right. I think
Yeah.
Alex is right. He does use all 3, but he
Yeah,
gets
he
the
uses
skill
one and then
as
he's
a
like,
useful skill.
oh, I'm gonna die because of bug, because it didn't work.
No, he
Yeah.
can't open up the settings menu.
He
That's
clicked
the
it
bug.
and nothing happened, but it actually just took some time to channel it or something like
Yes.
that.
Well, the
Yeah.
meters, yes, but the settings button, like, that's not implemented yet. He can't use the
Yeah.
settings button. He can't exit.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, I know that. That was.
Duh.
But anyways, about him being overpowered, they do that to kind of get that out of the way. What this show's apparently about is that he just takes a vacation and just, like, travels around to eat stuff. That's, like, the actual premise of the show.
Really?
It's actually
Damn.
a food show.
Yeah, that's...
It becomes
appar-
Toriko? Oh,
That's
God.
what I read, is that instead of, like, him going around, like, killing shit, it's just him going around, like, having a vacation because his job is a stressful piece of crap. That's, like, what the show's going to be truly about. And if that's the
Alright.
case, it might actually be kind of fun.
Oh really?
Okay.
I
It's
was
like-
like, it's gonna be kind of lame.
It
I mean,
depends.
my-
No, I agree
I
with
don't know.
Brandon. I think it could be fun if it does that.
Because instead of just being a generic, go fight shit, now it's just going to be, I'm going to travel around and eat food with a bunch of girls who may or may not be my slaves.
He does have straight bank, by the way.
Oh,
And
yeah.
The one thing I picked up from that
Oh,
was at
yeah.
the end, he was like, he looks at up his money. I was like, dude, that's slave buying money.
That's slave buying money. Nick, you might get what you wished for.
Dude, you go get yourself some slaves, son.
Alright, that's the fucking... Well, he has his first slave, or comrade, which is the girl that falls out of the fucking sky, or... Well, gets shot out of the fucking sky.
He's met her. He doesn't have her.
He's caught her. I think in, like, medieval times, he's already, like... At that point, he's established his dominance, and now he is hers. Or other
They're
way around.
practically married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've held hands.
He touched her thighs. She can't
Right.
get married to anyone other than him now.
But really, best girl is that one little girl's mother. From that one scene.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The one thing that did actually interest me about this show is I was also reading some stuff about it. Apparently, he, like, in addition to collecting, various women as he goes along, he treats them all like basically his children. But
Huh.
on the side of that, he, like, meets 2 older women that he just brings with him. So apparently at night, when the rest of them are sleeping, he goes off and bangs the older women.
Wait, really?
Apparently. Because he's
This is
actually
a-
like, he's actually like a 36-year-old.
Yeah.
29.
He's not
He's
like, the
29.
high school, I'm awkward around women thing. He's like, I know how things work. I have needs. And so apparently, like, at night, instead of, like, having weird, like, pseudo-sexual relationships with the little girls, he just goes off and has sex with the older girls, apparently.
Okay.
Well, he is 29, but he like gets unaged or whatever.
He's like
De-aged,
39, I think.
He's 29.
36.
He's
He's
said
29.
in his
if you work here
30s.
30 years, and if you survive here 30 years, is the quote. The only thing that they mentioned with age that I remember.
He's well.
So it's implied that he's 30.
Something like when you get to 30.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever
he's-
that quote is.
Hold up. Let's go check.
I guess, yeah, maybe he's 29.
I guess
30.
The story.
Nick, that would kind of explain that one line though, where he's like, I don't want her to think I'm a lolicon or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says that, so I guess that would like make sense with what you've heard.
The story of the light novel and series manga follows a 29-year-old programmer, so he's 29.
All right.
Okay.
But yeah, that mom was hot.
Yeah.
But we won't ever see her again. Instead, we have blonde-haired lady, and then whoever else the other ladies are that he picks up on his travels to eat food and women. But yeah, for our first episode, I wasn't impressed.
I wasn't either.
But from what I heard of Nick and the comments I read, I hope it actually becomes more entertaining. And I feel like it's going to be just one of those shows where you just say skip the first episode and skip, straight to the second one where stuff actually occurs and this show actually
See, I
starts.
disagree. I think it actually had really good writing.
Really?
It was not a bad plot. The plot was somewhat generic, I'll agree. But overall, the actual writing and the voice acting for it was way better than sort of the average quality for this type of show.
Definitely. Even though the main dude kind of gave me vibes of the main dude from Gate.
Kind
I can
of.
see where yeah,
Working older people.
a little bit. The
I
guy
didn't-
from Gate was more like lazy, though.
Yeah.
This guy seems more like serious about what he does.
Just like design wise.
Yeah, I
Design-wise.
can see what you're looking at. I mean, that same sort of like good at his job, knowledgeable, skilled. That same sort of like dependable kind of look to them. I understand what Alice is talking
Yeah.
about.
Okay.
But yeah, I think the actual like writing in it, like the actual dialogue, was like well better than the sort of like average for this type of show. The one thing that did like kind of weird me out was that when he got unaged, his speaking voice and his mental voice were now different.
Yeah,
and
that
that
was-
kind of annoyed me.
Yes.
Stupid.
Oh,
That was annoying.
right. I totally forgot about that.
Which is weird because I don't think your voice will like change that much like in your late teens. Around your late teens, like it's already kind of you've already got
Like, well, I think he's like what, 15, 16?
16. I don't know.
High school. He says he's high school age.
He's high school age, but like we don't know the actual.
I
Like,
think
exact
he
age.
said like first year in high school age.
Oh, I
Maybe,
don't
like
remember.
15, 16. I think
I
he said
just-
like first
One
year.
of those.
Then he might still have like the lighter voice, but like around like 16 and up, your voice kind of stops changing.
Mhm.
Unless you're more of a late
Like
bloomer.
16 and up, you can still have like a little bit of like a
You still have those, voice cracks.
yeah.
That was a fun time.
I'm glad we grew up in an age that like was just before the age where everything is recorded, so I don't have like any record of going through fucking awkward voice crack stage.
I hardly record anything anyways.
Yeah,
Except-
I don't
except
record
for this.
anything.
Except for this
Except
and
for this.
D&D. So
Literally everything
a
else.
pretty decent amount of the things in which we're talking for a long period of time.
Yeah, I guess so. But my personal life, I have like no recordings.
Yeah. But I mean, like, we grew up in an age, like, at a time, like, just
Yeah.
before,
It's like
when that's becoming more commonplace.
it literally 2 years like blew up, and then that's when it all started. And now they'll forever like everyone goes through that or everyone has those days or moments when they remember something stupid they did. See, we can just like remember it and then just kind of remember that no one else probably knows about it or like no one else will actually learn about it afterwards.
Yeah.
These kids nowadays, we can like pull it up and show them like here's like that most embarrassing moment you've had in your life. I'm gonna show
Well,
everyone in the
That's
world.
also because like people enjoy posting shit on Facebook, YouTube. Like it's
It's like it's
God.
pictures and videos and tweets and status updates on Facebook, like everything. So like
Yeah.
even if like in the moment somebody will record it somewhere for the rest of time.
Yeah. I got the power of God and anime on my side. Yeah.
Yeah, that kid will go on like for the rest of his life, and
He's gonna
like
be.
people are going to be making fun of him for that.
He's gonna be the anime god.
Jesus.
Yo, his moves with the little wand thing though were pretty fucking cool.
The fucking like the end to the Swiffer Duster, I'm pretty sure.
I thought it was like a pointer, like a
Yeah,
stick
it was
with
like
a
a
pointer at the
finger.
end, right?
Oh, was it?
I think it is.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the things that
I thought it
teachers
was
use.
like green, and I have like a Swiffer Duster in my apartment that is that same green color, and so I'm just like when I looked at it, my brain saw the thing, saw the color, and just
It
associated.
is in fact a finger.
Yep, it's
Okay.
one of those pointers. Well, anyways, I guess we're kind of making it seem like we're older than we actually are, but we're all like 22. Which,
Am I still... No, I'm 23.
you are? Oh.
Yeah.
Whatever, we're all about 22.
Except for Nick.
Plus
and
or minus
Alex.
1. Wait, what?
Alex
well,
is.
soon.
Oh, right. Fuck. It's
Dude, what the
January, not February.
Yeah, it's fucking next month.
I'm retarded.
Get your shit straight.
Jesus, you only just started class again, Jeffrey.
Well, it had nothing to do with class. It just has to do with the fact that I'm retarded.
Only sometimes. Well,
A lot of times.
Just
Most of the
stop
time.
there, Brandon. Just stop there.
Do you not remember what happened on Friday where Jeff destroyed his own map?
let me just delete everything.
I
In
mean,
like 20 minutes of from opening the map, 20 minutes later, it just all vanishes.
Except for the one thing he wanted to erase.
Yeah, except for that one fucking guy of Brandon's character.
Oh
God
well.
damn.
well, when a lot of important stuff has an undo button, when you have a program that does not, it's pretty shell shocking.
It's I was shook that I couldn't undo all like the random crap that I drew on your map. Luckily I was able to delete my stuff. But you know, I wasn't a fucking retard and delete everything else.
Anything else?
Uh
Oh my god. Fucking that I have the power of God and anime on my side kid has an Instagram, so you can actually follow
I'm
him.
Not surprised.
He's milking it for what he's got.
well, at least he's doing something with it.
So, also, to be fair, for future reference, Roll20 absolutely has an undo function.
What's the hotkey?
I know it has an undo function, but it's so I went back and looked at it. When you do the mass erase, it says this cannot be undone.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
So very very specifically, that one action that I did could not have been undone.
got
okay.
it.
I think it's only to undo like
You
drawing.
can undo one line. Yeah, drawings at a time.
I don't think you
Yeah.
can do like
Well,
undo.
you can do undo previous action. You just
okay.
do Control Z.
Okay, that's probably why I couldn't undo it. Something was like off with my hotkeys. I kept trying to try all the hotkeys on Roll20, and it just would do my like normal, the normal actions on my own computer, which was fucking weird. But oh well. But anyways, with Death March, I want to like it. I hope it does get fun. But those fucking hills, dude, look like complete garbage.
I think the whole show kind of looked just not. It
I don't
was a
think
bad looking show.
It didn't really look that great.
Yeah. It definitely had some weird moments.
So I don't think I'll be expecting anything like visually stunning from this show.
No.
At the very least, I just want to be entertained. And unfortunately, for this first episode, I was not.
All right, we'll see
Yeah.
what happens.
We will see.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot, but
We'll keep
I'm-
going.
Yeah.
Nick has faith, and might as well. Never mind. I don't really care. Ow.
And then our final set, our final anime out of the set was Alex's fucking Honey Badger waifu in Killing Bites.
Killing Bites. Oh my god.
This was such a garbage show.
Oh,
It was
it's
so stupid.
It's so.
If
Oh
we're talking
my
about
God.
shows- if we're talking about shows that we hated, this was my low tier. This was
Really?
This show was so fucking garbage, but it was so
it was
entertaining.
trash.
I fucking
It was
loved
It was
it.
trash.
garbage, but it was entertaining garbage.
Like, it was
amazing.
absolutely entertaining garbage.
Okay,
But
so
there's nowhere for it to go. You've literally
But
seen
up.
everything it's going
But
to ever
up.
do. No, not even up. You've seen everything it will ever do. Congratulations. We watched one episode and we now know everything that will happen for the rest of time in this show. Like,
Yeah.
it's not going to surprise me. It's not going to go anywhere interesting. It's just going to be 11 more episodes of this. Of exactly this.
I'm not gonna lie. I watched Killing Bites first, then I watched Death March, and I honestly couldn't tell which show at the end was gonna be worse. Cause Killing Bites, it is what it is. It's complete trash. But oh my god.
Yeah, it even starts out in a fucking dumpster.
Yeah. It's especially with like the stupid animal facts they give you and
During the card or during
oh,
the
it's
title
so
cards.
fucking dumb.
yeah, it's like the lion is the king of animals. Like, no fucking shit. The
The
lion's
badger
ro-
doesn't feel fear.
The
It is
la-
the strongest small animal.
which is why that lion's mighty roar, which all other animals fear, was resisted.
It was so fucking stupid.
It is, but I love
or
it.
even the like when she defeated him, it just has like the Japanese words and the sound effect slash.
Oh my god.
They also
that
have the
was-
fucking. They also yell out
Oh.
their attack names. Ah,
Oh no!
I've been
that's
waiting for that for so
completely fine.
long.
But the fact that was just slash.
Slash.
Oh, it was so.
The only attack names, we had Primal Roar, and then it was like the Lion's Roar and how it
Yeah.
terrifies all things and
Yeah.
they're unable to move. And I was like, excuse you, what? And then Slash, which I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, didn't she say it in English?
Yes, of
I
course
don't
she
remember.
did.
That wasn't crazy. And I was like, it's
Oh.
like it wants to be a shonen show, and it also can't be a shonen show. I was so confused with what was happening.
I'm not gonna lie, when like she was gonna like say her attack name, I was expecting some Kill la Kill shit where like text just like start like shooting out on the screen
Oh my god.
and some blah 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 blah.
wait, what the fuck?
It's like, I don't know, fucking Honey Badger Barrage or some shit like that. But
Oh, they
no.
did have like the 1,000 punches that he does in the beginning, where he just like
Oh,
flinging
yeah,
her
it's
into
like-
the dirt.
It's like the end of One Punch Man, where it's like the fucking main villain is just like shouting all of his like long. Meanwhile, Saitama, consecutive normal punches.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking love that whole Oro Saitama fight scene. It's
Oh
so
my
good,
God.
so hype.
No one hates it.
No one,
one hates it.
No
Yeah.
one is against you in this argument.
Yeah.
Me, I'm pretty sure, like, all of us were actually surprised they showed actual nips.
I was
No,
very
not at
surprised
all.
by that. I was
Oh yeah, I
extremely
wasn't
surprised.
expecting that.
I was actually surprised, because...
We started out with almost rape. I was
Yeah.
not surprised at all.
Let it be known that we
Yeah,
also started.
but-
Also, Citrus almost started with almost rape, but that didn't show nips either.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing. I'm more surprised they didn't censor it, my bad. Yeah, that's what I meant. Like,
That too.
I was expecting, like, a streak of just black.
Oh.
Yeah. But no, it was actually uncensored. It's like, wow.
I don't know. The moment that
That's-
pin needle like goes to his knee, I just really wanted him to just start looking at the pin needle and just start yelling at it like he does, like Ace Ventura does in Pet Detective. I just wanted that. That would have elevated the show. Just one step further.
And
And then you got the fucking nose needle.
Oh
Yeah,
god,
That was a way to
painful.
get your septum pierced.
Yep.
Holy shit.
But anyways, I don't know why they have that main character, because the fucking Honey Badger could have just been the main character. Like, he's just there to be fucking annoying the entire time.
Yes.
I absolutely hated that part.
It would have been way better if it had just been the Honey Badger and then the
Yeah.
dude with glasses, and they just
Yeah.
rolled around and been cool together. That would have been, one, a way looter show, and two, a way more entertaining show than what it is right now.
But you know, everyone needs a fucking
Blank
self-insert
slates.
bitch and
Yeah.
MC.
Fucking
this guy.
whiny bitch ass. In college, somehow gets conscripted into abducting women.
That was so fucking
Yeah,
dumb.
Like, how the fuck does your life go that
you're a virgin
wrong?
too, right? We'll let you have some fun after we're done.
Not
with
even
this.
that. It's like, we're going to go pick up women. Oh, you need to drive
in a
this
white fucking
panel
van.
Yeah, I mean, hey, there's like what 6 of them plus him.
Hey, pull
Like,
up to
dude,
that
can we
girl in this
Just go
dark
to the
alley.
Train?
Okay.
Drive next to this girl real slow. Why are you opening the door? Don't ask questions. Just keep driving slowly.
I'm gonna be using my pickup line.
This guy
Hey,
is the
Johnny,
fucking
want
stupidest
it in my
motherfucker.
van? Like, how does your life go that ass backwards that you end up abducting women in a van on accident?
I think it was like, hey, some friends just called him up randomly after he hasn't seen them for like years. Like, hey, you want to hang out, and pick up some chicks? Like, oh yeah, sure, why not? It'll be good to
Sure.
see my old friends again. Turns out all 6 of them became rapists. God.
I also like how after she's done killing them all, she's like, okay, now you can drive me to this to this garbage dump. Why did she just kill him at that point?
You should just fucking walk there, right? You're just fucking Honey Badger, just fucking walk
The
there.
car and finishes driving it.
No, she can't drive. She doesn't have a license yet.
Oh, clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly, that's where the end is, or the full
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She can murder. Also, another thing that annoyed me, fucking the dude transforms into a full-on lion. The chick just gets
No.
honey badger
Well, of
That
course.
fucking bothered me so much.
edges.
Did
And,
you?
all the
Were you
rules
really
of your
expecting
like-
anything else?
Well,
it
maybe
annoyed
he-
me.
It,
If you're
it
gonna do
bothers
that,
me.
just give the guy a lion arm.
You cut off there.
Just
You're
give him
mid
some
scream.
lion teeth and some lion arms.
I
Don't
mean-
fucking give him the full body transformation. Then be like, oh yeah. And then the women, they just get some arms and a little bit of leg fur. And
Anything
then,
that doesn't
they're-
cover up the good parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if it's shit like lions, you kind of have to get the whole what's it called?
Maine? Look?
Maine and whatever what the nose is called.
The muzzle.
A nose?
Yeah, muzzle. No, muzzle or maul. Yeah.
Snout?
Snout.
I mean, regardless though, like, make the fucking rules of your own goddamn universe consistent.
Well, they are consistent. All the guys
they
turn into
are.
full
It's gonna
animals, all the girls don't.
But that's not
That's the rule.
consistent.
That is
No,
consistent.
No, Nick,
It's
Nick,
two separate
later
groups.
episodes, they're gonna say, "Oh, they also have to have like some percentage compatibility."
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself. Fucking,
The
we can also
lion
talk about
had-
the fact that I almost committed suicide in the first 5 minutes when it was like, and then advances in gene therapy allowed this to exist. I was like, no, that's not how any of this works.
I'm gonna say I was really hoping it was. Oh, you were just made like from a fucking fetus and in.
She's a test tube baby.
She's a
that,
chimera.
yeah.
She's one of, what's his faces? What's the guy from,
Shao
Full
Tucker?
Monty? Shao Tucker. She's one of Tucker's experiments.
Yeah.
God.
See, that's when you have more girl than you have more animal.
Yeah.
Instead, Shao Tucker, his first experiment, he had too much dog and too much little girl. Or too little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking, that just
man.
pissed me off. That was like, gene therapy. I was like, kill yourself. Just IRL.
That's
Honestly-
Cybots too.
They could have just said, science did this, and I would have been like, okay, that's good enough. You don't have to go any further. You're just gonna fuck it all up. Just say science did this, and that's completely fine.
gene therapy. Do you know how much gene therapy that would take? Like, regardless of like how impossible this is, because you'd have to put so much fucking viral agent into a person that they would literally die. It's like you can't genetically modify your DNA at every single locus, which is what you would have to do. Like, it pisses me off because it's like, oh yeah, we just took all of your DNA and then just shafted into it all of the honey badger's DNA so that you could be a chimera. That's not how any of that works. Your body wouldn't just be like, oh, now we have all this extra DNA and clearly we'll know how exactly to use this. No, your body would be like, fuck you, I don't know what the fuck is going on, I'm gonna kill myself now.
Nick, this is a show where some dude gets tricked into raping someone. You're expecting too much.
It pisses me off when they use science that poorly, though. Just, exactly, like, do what you said. Just be like, advances in science, and I'd be like, okay, whatever. When you're gonna be like, gene therapy, I was like, okay, I understand how this works, and now I'm annoyed.
That's something that always pisses me off about.
That's your fault for being a scientist and liking anime.
Fucking.
No, it's not even anime exclusively. It's like a lot of stuff does this. They'll just like,
but like,
throw
still, like,
random words.
Stuff it does like the whole, like, advances in science led to the discovery of this weird made up shit, and that allowed us to do magic. And I'm like, whatever, I don't care. It's all made up. I can't put logic.
That's
to
when
it.
it's like
Same thing
far
with,
away enough. You
Same
need that
thing with
distance.
like fucking One Piece, Nami's mirage bubbles.
Oh my god! It just
I don't
there's
understand that.
so many things where it's just like
In the
like
Simpsons
when you try and
canon,
use
they eventually
almost
invent
actual
magic.
science. Yeah, that is a fairly common thing in anime. Where they invent magic. That happens sometimes. Yeah. But no, when they use like almost actually science to try and justify their premise, that I'm like, no, you're wrong. You're wrong on so many levels. Like, you are the thing that is contributing to people being fucking stupid when it comes to what I do.
Yeah.
Because it's always
Sometimes-
when I'm like, oh yeah, gene therapy, and people are like, oh my god, that could like ruin things. Like, you're gonna do horrible things to babies. I'm like, no, that's not how any of this works.
I just make a plant
Gene
glow.
therapy allows you to edit maybe 1% of a protein, a single protein. I can't fucking shaft into like a baby the ability to have a third arm.
Just tell them that you can make fishes poop glow, and that's the most you can do.
Yeah, I can.
Nick,
Yeah,
Nick,
I can
I'm
put
telling you,
GFP on fucking keratin, maybe.
Nick, I'm telling you, you could go far in YouTube if you made like science in anime and why it's bullshit.
There's too
Oh my
much
God.
to like talk about
Angry
in that
Man
case.
yells at the sky.
Just speak game theory, but with like science, like anime. Shit, you would blow up so hard. You could do it. I believe in you.
This
Yeah.
is a fish. We tagged the keratin in it with GFP. We did it like 13 times, and still, every time we did it, the cell just killed itself. Because that's how science works. When the cell recognizes foreign DNA, it fucking apoptoses and dies.
Yay!
Yay, science. Yay, the reason we don't fucking get cancer constantly.
Wait, don't we get cancer constantly? But it just dies. That's the entire point of
Yeah,
it.
that's the thing. It's,
Yeah.
Well, no, you get mutations. You get,
Bad
when your
mutations.
cells divide, because it has to go impossibly fast, the DNA replication process is like kind of fucky. And so whenever your cells divide and the DNA gets replicated, there's like a fairly decent chance that there'll be a
Mutation.
point mutations. And so if it's a point mutation in like specific place or like certain places that could cause a
Cancer.
oncogenic gene to activate and go crazy and cause cancer, your cell can actually recognize that's about to happen and just apoptose itself. It just sends off signals and it brings in other cells that will just eat it alive. Like
Yep.
the cell, it breaks open. You have granulocytes inside of your cell, and it releases lysis into your cell, which is this really fucking like nasty chemical that just basically dissolves your entire cell from the inside.
The T
And then
cell.
dendritic cells come and just eat it. And dendritic cells are just entirely lysis. It's great. Apoptosis is a wonderful fucking mechanism. It's the reason we don't have cancer constantly, despite the fact that like every time your cells divide, there's like a 12% chance that one of your newly divided cells could cause cancer.
Yay!
Yay.
But it's like your body is just so good at recognizing like fucked up cells and being like, that has to die. That's like you'll almost never get cancer.
The more you know.
Dude, I don't know the jingle.
The more you know.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah.
And then a star goes across the sky.
Yeah.
That's all I remember.
Well, no, the star goes across the sky when the little thing goes off, when the
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
chime.
I think we were slightly talking more about how old we are. We were like slightly too young for that. The more you know commercials.
I mean, I saw a couple reruns every once in a while, but like,
Wait, was that commercial? I thought
Yeah,
it was
apparently
like.
they were like public knowledge commercials. Apparently.
yeah, they're
okay.
PSAs.
I thought they were like Bill Nye or Sesame Street effects. Like,
No. It's like, don't stick your fork in a socket. The more you know.
Or you'll die.
Yeah.
Or don't put your fork in the microwave because your microwave will catch on fire. The more you know.
Don't strangle your kids, because that's a bad thing to do.
The
I
ones
know.
today would be like, don't put your iPhone in the microwave. It won't charge any faster. The more you know.
Don't record everything, motherfuckers.
don't eat that dish cleaner that looks like a candy.
You
Then
mean the
make
laundry pod?
By the way, yeah.
Then
Okay,
make a
so-
challenge of it on YouTube.
I don't know when Brandon's recording starts, but we were talking earlier about my favorite football player and how my second favorite football player is Rob Gronkowski because that man is a fucking mong of a human being. But he's fucking hilarious. Anyways, earlier in the week, Rob Gronkowski came out and he's a spokesman for a whole bunch of things that he's, sponsored by, and one of the things that he's sponsored by is apparently Tide.
No.
Tide sponsors Rob Gronkowski because, you get dirty playing football and, like, look, they get out grass stains from being tackled on the football field. So they have, football players are one of the people they endorse.
Shout out to Tide.
Yeah, shout out to Tide. Anyways, so Rob Gronkowski, as a spokesman for Tide, came out this week and was like, you can't eat Tide Pods. They're not candy. And it's one of those things, like, it was just the headline on Reddit. It was like, Rob Gronkowski says, don't eat Tide Pods. And in my brain, I was like, is he saying that because he tried one? Because, like, he's the sort of guy where it's like, I could almost believe that he tried to eat one. It was like, this isn't that tasty. I should not eat this. I should tell other people to not eat this just to save them the pain. Like, I would believe that he's eaten one. And then the problem was, like, as I was reading the press release from Tide, spokesman by Rob Gronkowski, it was like in the back of my brain, it was like, now I kind of want to eat one. I kind of want to know.
Okay, so here's the thing. I actually read I read an article that said that more adults had to be hospitalized for eating Tide Pods than children.
Really?
I saw
Yes.
that too.
I
See,
think-
it's one of those things where it's like, in my brain, I'm like, obviously I shouldn't eat one. But as soon as somebody says, don't eat one, I'm like, now I kind of want to.
You're like, man, motherfucker, you
wanna
don't know me.
If I remember right, I think I saw a post where like a company is actually making a candy that looks like it.
That's just fucking stupid.
I mean, they look like candy. They're kind of small.
They do.
They're like hand sized. They're like colorful. They smell good. They're like in every sense except for taste. They're candy.
They smell good because it smells like fresh laundry.
Yes, but still though, like they have that good smell. Like when you think of shit that's poisonous, like shit you don't want to eat smells bad.
Shit
When
I don't
smell,
want to eat
really
smells like
burnt-ass
soap.
Steak. I'm like, damn, that shit smells like fucking burnt ass steak. I'm not gonna eat that. Soap smells like okay.
Okay, but would you want soap that smells bad? Would you
Yeah,
ever
But I've
use
also
soap
eaten
that smells
soap
bad?
before.
Nick, just go eat a laundry pod. Record yourself eating one of those laundry pods.
When my parents, when I was
Do
younger,
for the
I
podcast.
swore my parents made me put the fucking soap bar in my mouth, and now I
Oh,
know, same
really?
soap, it doesn't taste good.
You're actually one of those.
Oh, I did on my own.
parents did it, like twice.
I mean, I would accidentally, like when I wash my face and some of the water runs in my mouth a bit.
That's what happens now, but when I was younger, I just did it because I saw on TV, like, just parents doing that to their children, like, on TV shows. So I just wanted to try how it tasted. It was just
You
disgusting.
wanted to have a normal American
Yeah,
childhood,
I want to be a white American. I'm going to put soap in my mouth.
but your parents wouldn't do it for you, so you just did it yourself.
It was disgusting.
See, but that's the thing. It's like when you're a kid, it's like you need to have those experiences where it's like, all right, like soap in the mouth. I've now learned soap in your mouth doesn't.
But
taste
these are
that
adults. They should know. Don't eat fucking laundry
They
pods.
don't have the knowledge. Tide Pods. They smell good. They look like candy. I want to fucking eat one.
There are people who fucking make YouTube challenges. It's almost as big as the fucking cinnamon challenge now.
Oh, yo, I have some cinnamon
Tide Pod
upstairs.
Challenge.
Do
I
not.
did
put
the cinnamon challenge.
Did you? God damn, I
Yeah.
would never do that.
Well, I did it. It was. I didn't spit it up because I closed off my throat and just put it in my mouth and
You
waited
did not
for like
close
my
off your
spit.
throat. The fucking cinnamon, as it clumps up, closes off your throat.
It also like sucks all the wetness out of your mouth,
Yeah.
big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened. You put it in, and it immediately sucks up any moisture and forms just one gigantic clump. There's also the
Um,
fucking gallon milk challenge, which is
Nope.
Which you yeah.
What's
no.
the other? What's the other one? Is it the fucking
Two
Saltine?
sprites and
Yeah,
some
two-
bananas.
two
Wait,
slices of
what?
bananas? We were guaranteed to throw up.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
you used to drink 2 liters of Sprite, or 2 liters of Sprite, and then eat some bananas. Some people say it's
And-
because the bananas and Sprite don't
No.
mix, but it's because it's just a lot of fucking food.
No, it's
Inter-
well, it's also I think it's something about the chemicals. It's like you're putting in.
No, like it's just the 2 liters like in like one sitting is just too much.
Yeah.
Well, it's. I think it's also the sodium carbonate is reacting with the positively charged potassium, and it like fucks you up somehow. Like there is actually a
Okay.
chemical reason.
Is there?
why,
I
like,
read that there wasn't, but I don't know.
I think there.
Bananas swell twice their size once they're in your stomach. I know that.
Oh.
Plus the.
See, that's
the-
what makes me think it's just like too much
carbonation.
stuff in your stomach, and that's why you throw up.
I
Not
think
like-
it's just too much stuff.
Yeah. Why don't we look it up? We have the fucking internet.
The
There's
power of the
also
internet.
the some girl's name lip challenge where like you suck in a
Oh.
cup and it just
Oh, and then like that blows up your lips. Well, speaking of
Yeah.
food you shouldn't eat, when my little sister was like, about 4 to 5 years old, she would just eat lip balm. One time, I like opened up my parents' room, and she was in the floor with like 3 little little like sticks of lip balm. And she's eating each one, and she just looks up at me, and there's like lip balm all over her face,
How old was she?
like 4 or 5. I asked her like why she ate it, and she said it tastes good.
Well, is it cherry flavored?
It was like cherry, lemon. One was just a lipstick. uh, let's see. Banana Sprite challenge. Sprite challenge.
It looks like you're right.
Vomit is commonly. It's to be assumed a chemical reaction with the two foods. The reaction may also occur due to simply dietitian, whatever, observes that the human stomach can only hold around 2 cups, saying too much food or liquid will make you slow up. Yeah, well, according to Wikipedia, yeah, that's what it is.
Actually, did any of you guys do the ice bucket challenge?
No.
No, you didn't. You tagged me in it, but I didn't do it and I didn't donate.
Oh, was there
Fuck
some
yeah.
donation thing? Right.
Yeah, you had to do it for ALS. So it was either
Oh, right.
dump,
That's what it
dump
was.
it and tag 3 people, or
Uh,
donate money. And I didn't do either.
I
Oh, wait,
knew
I thought
you
it was like you
wouldn't.
dump it and then donate. Well, whatever.
No,
I didn't
No,
know
you
either.
weren't.
You had to do
Because
one
dump
or
or
the
donate.
other.
no one
What
fucking
you-
donated. Well, some people
Charlie
did.
Sheen did.
You did?
All I
did?
remember was
Damn.
Charlie Sheen's version of that, in which he was like, "I'm gonna do the ice bucket challenge." He had like some fucking metal pan, and they turned it over, and it was just like $100,000 came like tumbling out of the pan. And he was like, "Fuck this! I'm not gonna pour ice water on myself. Here's $100,000 ALS."
I know.
Oh, Charlie
Patrick
Sheen.
Stewart. He also donated. So his thing, he had like a small thing of ice. He took like a tong and he took a piece ice out and put it in his drink, probably whiskey or something, and drank it, and then signed a check for however much it was.
Okay. Oh, Jeff, what was your thoughts on Killing Bites?
Kinda
It was
true.
entertaining. It was dumb, but
Yeah.
it kept me entertained.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I felt too. It was dumb.
Yeah.
It was schlock. This is like an anime B movie. It would be my way of putting
That's a
it.
way to describe it.
Yeah.
I just want to see Death March versus Killing Bites. Oh God.
I think
I
it'll
don't
be
think you can compare the two. They're like
the
fundamentally different
competition.
shows.
The competition which will annoy us first is if Death March has to either develop a plot or Killing Bites has to prove that it won't be repetitive.
Yeah. I think as a first episode, I liked Killing Bites better.
Same.
Yeah.
I think as a first episode, I'd agree, but as a
Holistic.
premise or as a
The
yeah
premise?
as like a looking forward thing, as
Okay.
a like how I think this two are going to go, I think Killing Bites is weaker.
Okay.
looking at the series ahead, I think it's way more likely that Death March develops a plot than Killing Bites proves that it won't be repetitive.
Yep.
Because
We'll see how it
from
goes.
what we saw at the end of Killing Bites, it's just going to be another animal v animal fight, and she's going to win. And it's just going to be like the fight wasn't that awesome. Was the other thing?
No,
Like it wasn't some super awesomely animated fight scene, and so like it was just a lot of like, you know, multiple hand
Yelling.
punches and like yelling and like, you know, like motion blur to give you the effect that it's going very quickly.
Yep.
Like it was just a lot of like, it wasn't very technical, it wasn't very like, you know, eye catching. So it's like I'm really gonna get tired of it if it's not like, if the fight animation, if that's what they're gonna lean on, it's gotta look better than what it does right now.
Definitely.
There were some moments when the animation was kind of nice, but like still
It definitely had its moment.
Yeah.
More focusing on the honey badger, whose name I don't entirely remember. I think
Who the
it's
fuck cares? Just call it Honey Badger.
I'm just going to call her Honey Badger throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure her name's
HVW.
Hitomi. But anyways,
Linden.
yeah, like more centered on her animations than anybody else's. Like her animations were pretty decent in the fight scenes, but the fucking Leo's,
I mean, the lion looked so fucking goofy.
he looked like a fucking goon.
Fucking funny, dude.
His top half looked like the Hulk, and then you got
Yeah.
down to the jeans, and he was just wearing jeans.
Yeah.
Just do the Hulk thing. Rip him out of the jeans. Jesus H.
It looks like they're trying to like have Leomon, but they just gave up on the front, on the top half and were like, okay, just draw 2 lines for his feet. That's good enough.
He looks like the fucking guy from One Punch
I was
Man.
about to say, he looks like the guy from One Punch Man, except for
The One Punch Man looks a
he
lot
only
better.
looks like that from the waist up.
Yeah.
The waist
Yeah.
down, he looked like a normal guy. That's what was pissing me off. Was like he was ripped as fuck, but only in the upper half. He just worked on like his beach muscles.
He didn't go to the leg days. He doesn't do leg
He didn't
days.
do leg days. He used his. It was the vernal equinox.
Also,
did-
something I noticed was when
chest.
Honey Badger transforms, like she becomes like infinitely more toned everywhere. Did you see that?
Right? She had like weird definition.
Like that was like chiseled all across her body.
Yep.
But she had like muscle in like weird places. Like she had hip muscle. And I was like, why? Like, why is this a thing?
Why not? They can't draw women right. They're like, fuck it, it's good enough.
She had the deep V's going on in her hips. I
Yeah.
was like, this
Oh
is,
my god.
This is
I
they're
fucking-
going for a look here, and I'm not certain they're pulling
I
it off.
both love and hate deep V's. Oh.
Oh my god, it was a look with a capital L, and I was not certain they were nailing that look.
Also, despite the fact that she kind of had to like impromptu fight in her underwear, that has now become like her actual like fighting gear
Yeah,
Yeah.
her regular
for
wear.
whatever reason. Yeah. Like
Also,
I-
that was the other thing. Yeah, she either needed to have more or less clothes. The amount they left her in was like
there was like
it was
uncanny
like-
valley.
it was like there is either too much or too little here. Like it wasn't even too little. It was like there either needs to be less clothes, like just a bra, or like a normal outfit. Like this amount of clothes you have going on right now, it's not doing anything for me. Like it's just weird.
It reminds me of Ripley at the
It
end of
doesn't
Alien.
seem logical.
She definitely has that Ripley vibe from the end of Alien, where she is like in the little escape pod and it's really hot. She takes off all her clothes except for her top and her underwear.
The other thing was the fucking that she was just rocking like the crop top that was like way shorter
Yeah.
than a normal crop top. There was nowhere near as much fucking like Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball 2 physics as I was expecting.
Yeah. Well,
It's
so
like I was
yeah,
expecting some like independent boob bounce, like we were like high school.
Oh, wait
DxD
till we get to
or
the
something.
rabbit.
Oh, is
Oh.
there? Okay.
they're saving it for the rabbit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
That's
for the
what they're
rabbit.
using all of their physics engines on.
Probably. If anywhere.
They called up Konami and they were like, "Yo, we need your physics engine, your boob physics engine."
I wonder what they're gonna do with the rabbit because she looks next to useless in the fight. Because I think there's
Fucking-
there's that one scene
God.
in the opening where she's like she can't reach her opponent, so she's like flailing around.
Oh god.
And then we also have the Jaguar chick,
Jaguar and
where when
Porcupine.
she transforms, I'm hoping that when she transforms, she develops the Jaguar cover up. I'm hoping that's part of her transformation to complete how stupid this fucking anime is.
Who knows? We have to wait till I think next episode where she might
She
show
gets the
up.
fucking comically large paws and the fucking cover up with Jaguar.
I think I
skin.
have her card
I'm
from
gonna
Luck and
lose
Logic.
it. I'm
I have her
gonna
card.
lose it.
There was the other like characters at the end of the ending though, who I'm looking forward to.
Like Ox. dude
Not
or
the
something.
no, I'm talking about the other female characters, like the I guess she's a
Oh,
police
yeah.
officer. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't really watch the ending.
The end. It was like some girl in glasses, and they're at like a pancake house.
Yeah, I just skipped to the after credits thing.
Was there an after? No, there wasn't. Was there?
Yeah, there
Well,
was.
yeah,
Yeah.
there was. Yeah, the honey badger and then the other girl, some random girl, just go and get like fucking honey pancakes together. And the show does like the switcheroo where it's like the honey badger and the honey lark like have a symbiotic relationship due to their love of honey. And
This
then like
must
the
be
girl
fate.
and the girl is like, "Oh my god, this must be fate." And then the honey badger just takes the other plate away from the girl, and the commentator is like, "But unfortunately, this girl is not a Theranthrope."
Huh.
Oh,
I didn't see that.
what does Theron mean? If that comes from
I don't
right.
think it means anything.
I think that it might be a made up name.
I'm
Okay.
almost.
It's like, you could have gone Chimera, but whatever.
Oh, looks like it's an actual thing. Is the the mythological ability of human beings to metamorphs?
Into other animals by means of
Metamorphose.
shape-shifting.
Yep.
Oh,
So
okay.
it just means someone who can
The
change.
most well-known form of Theranthropy is found in
Lycanthropy.
stories concerning werewolves.
Okay,
lycanthropy.
I guess that sounds better than shapeshifter.
It comes from the Greek therion, meaning wild animal or beast, implicitly mammalian.
Okay.
I just realized maybe a bunch of furries are gonna get in on this. Actually, never mind. The girls share too
I don't
much
think
skin.
so.
No.
The girls share too much skin.
Skin.
Yeah.
The
There's
girls
not-
have way too much
There's not
skin.
enough snout.
No, for
Yeah.
the guys though, that's where it's really at.
Yif would be about the dude. Leo was like he was rocking that upper top,
Yeah.
that top. There was all the definition that they wanted in Leo.
Yeah.
But no, Yif would not get behind fucking Honey Badger though. There was
Nah.
way too much skin.
Actually, Alex, I want to see if you go with me on this. She looks like Suigetsu, the water dude from Naruto. Does she not? Let me look this up.
Hold on.
I'm gonna post it. Hold up.
Oh.
Never mind.
Not really.
Yeah. I mean, it's the whole white hair thing. I guess kind of threw me for a loop. There you guys go. That's what I'm
yeah.
referencing.
I'm just because like this. The anime is one of the genres is horror, so I'm hoping for some good shit.
I mean, we did see like that pile of dead bodies. That's
Yeah.
horror
But
enough.
that's
Yeah, I don't have after seeing this first episode, I don't have that much hope for a horror aspect to this.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, I could see it being horror if she like loses her power and she like has to escape like some house, but that's never gonna happen.
like,
Also, in the background of this, is it just me or is this show just going to be a giant tournament arc?
oh yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, that's what it is. Is people
Yeah,
just
like,
fighting for money.
It's just it's somehow just secretly getting me to watch another tournament arc, and I'm like hating it now that I'm realizing it.
Well, I mean, it usually if it's like a tournament, a hyped tournament arc, you know, they're gonna like talk about it. But for this one, it's just part of the show.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're not publicizing the fact that like, oh, tournament, but it's like, I mean, it is unarguably a tournament. Like there's the four groups who are fighting against each other for control, and the winner takes control. Like, it's a tournament.
I feel like it's like an
In
ongoing
not so many
tournament. Though. Like,
words, it's a tournament.
This is like just a constant thing that happens, though. Like, there's no ending to it. It just keeps happening. It's like it's just a turf war. That'd be a better way to put it.
It's just a constant fight.
It's just
Yeah.
I think they explain like it's just a big turf war.
it's like Bento.
Yeah, they don't get together and say, okay, we're gonna fight for this one time and then get back together next year. Like it's just a giant
Winner
turf war
takes
the entire
all.
time.
That thing. Yeah, it's not anything like that.
Okay.
I think it's entirely possible it could be just for this month.
Until we get to like episode 5, where it's like, hey, bring your strongest warriors for the ultimate turf war battle royale.
Let's go.
And and of course it has to be cage matches.
At which point, Anime Book Club will just be, it will be 5 minutes long, and it'll just be Nick blowing his own brains out.
I'll just cut that part out. Except for the moment you pull the trigger. I'll keep that part in.
It'll be 6 seconds.
Yeah. And then we'll just talk about the show, because we'll probably be like at least halfway enjoying it.
Okay.
Well, did you guys watch anything else?
No.
What did I watch?
You were watching Overlord.
I watched Overlord, which was very good.
He's waiting
watched
for
all
that
of
loser
season one.
sex.
Oh,
Jesus,
you watched
we were
season
waiting
1.
for them.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched all of season 1.
Second only to boat sex.
Fucking in the first like 5 minutes of the show, the one thing that annoyed me was that in the first like 5 minutes he overwrites the character description of one of the characters.
Yeah.
And he's like, this character is in love with me. He's like, I can't believe I've written this. I was like, I hate you. I hate that you've done this. Like, you've taken a character that could have been entertaining and just been like, and now she's flat. I'm like, awesome. This is cool. But other than that, it's been like very entertaining.
He's not flat where it counts.
It's also great because it's like, she is not flat where it counts. Jesus. No, fucking. So he's like, essentially, he's part of this guild, and as a member of this guild, there's 42 of them, I think, was what it was. There was 40 some of them, 41 or 42. And so each one of the members, in addition, they all had to be non-human characters. And so after they've formed their like guild hall and they're like super fucking rich and they're all like fucking ballers essentially. They all create NPCs to essentially take up the halls of their guild, to populate it. Who are, at the premise of this show is that like the game gets shut down, but he's still stuck in the game, but all of the NPCs develop personalities based on how they were described by their creators. And so each member of the guild created an NPC, and so about like halfway through, you get to meet the NPC that he created. It is the greatest fucking example of like that like moment where like you remember the thing that you did that's embarrassing, and you're like, I hope no one ever sees this. That was his moment where he just had to stare at his own character. Was like, I hate everything about what I used to be.
I thought it was cool.
Wait, does he create like just a waifu?
No, he creates, his character is he's called Pandora's Actor, and he can become the form of something else, but he wears German military gear, like German military garb, like officer's gear, and he's very like fanciful, and there's a lot of like my ladies.
Oh, it's not even just like
fedora.
a regular German gear. It's like gold.
Yeah, it's all gold. And it's great because at one point he speaks German, and so the main character's like having this conversation where he's like, don't ever speak in front of me ever again. And he's like, yes, comrade. And like he says it in German. He's like, was that German? And the guy's like, yes, that was German. And he's like, don't ever do that either. Don't ever speak in German ever again. It's so fucking good.
I should check it out then.
You should. I was actually not sure if Nick was gonna like it or not.
I mean, it's a pretty good show. It is like most isekai, it falls into the same traps. I mean, it's very power fantasy-y.
Oh yeah. Oh, when he fights the slain people. Oh god.
The what?
When he first meets the knights.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and just turns.
When he first,
turns
yeah,
the
and
dead
they
one
break
into
out like the
giant
angels.
Death Knight.
Oh my
Just
god, the fucking
stab,
Death Knight. Jesus.
Stab.
Wow.
Okay, so he takes a regular human corpse and turns it into like a fucking 15 feet Death Knight,
Yeah.
and stabs a body, and pulls his sword, but his sword is so big that the body goes with it, and then stabs it again, pounding him into the ground, up and down. Amazing.
It's a weird fight.
Uh,
But, I mean, most of the show is pretty entertaining.
yeah.
It has its moments of kind of, tropey weirdness.
Mm.
And then,
Okay.
like I said, I hate the fact that he rewrote the one character's personality and made her way more flat of a character, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The rest of the NPCs are fucking entertaining. I like the rest of them. Demiurgus and fucking Croquet, or whatever the hell his name is, the diamond scarab looking thing, they are the fucking two most entertaining NPCs.
I
in
don't
my
remember
opinion.
a lot about him.
Oh my god, Demiurgus is great because he looks like he's gonna be super shady, but he's actually like super loyal, and it's just like he's
Oh,
just
really? He
entertaining.
looks like the really stereotypical, like, loyal servant.
Oh, really? He looked like super shady to me. And then fucking Crocus is just great. Wouldn't it be great if the master had a child? Yes, that would be ideal. That would be very ideal. The child would call me uncle. He would ride on my shoulders sometimes.
Oh, right.
He was like
God.
Reinhardt. He's very like Reinhardt-y
Yeah.
with like the very rambunctious personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked Overlord so far.
Yep.
What else did I watch? It's from this set. Oh, fucking Lolicons and Shogi.
Oh,
Jesus.
I haven't really thought about that.
Yeah, the Ryu's work is never done, is what I watched. Oh my god, fucking Lolicons and Shogi. Basically, it's like this guy. It's the story of a 16-year-old who becomes like a shogi master and like
Uh-huh.
gains the highest title. And then the premise of the story is that there's this like 9-year-old that he met while he won his title who became obsessed with him and shogi as a result. And she like shows up in his apartment to become his disciple. And like the rest of the show is like, for whatever reason, they're allowed to just live together and he has to teach her how to play shogi. And it's just like, it's so weird. It's like the show is like, yes, we want you to think that this 9-year-old and this 16-year-old are going to have a romantic relationship. Like that's the logical deduction that the show is giving you.
Oh my.
It was also weird because the main character, the main girl in the Ryu's work has never done, is the same voice actress who did Akko from Netoge,
Oh.
and they're like the same person in like their personality and
Like-
how they're like attached at the
Oh,
fucking
okay.
hip to their boyfriend, and the fact that like anytime, so the main character in this has a sister, which of course, and the sister like shows up at his apartment to play shogi, and immediately fucking Akko Light goes into like full yandere mode and like basically attacks him in the hallway of his own house while she's wearing no clothes, mind you.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah,
It
this
just
is
keeps
the whole
going
thing.
downhill.
It is such a fucking weird show.
There's a roller
telling
coaster
you.
of emotions.
It's fucking Lolicons and Shogi.
If the roller coaster went one way.
They were like, yeah, we saw how good March comes in like a lion. So let's just do another Shogi.
Let's do that,
show.
but worse.
What else? What other Shogi shows do we have? Well, there's this one with Lolicons in it. Perfect. We appeal to 2 demographics. Do that one.
It's a bait and switch.
We'll tell them it's about Shogi, and then we'll get them with the Lolicon thing. Also, I was reading up on like where the plot goes to see if I was going to continue it. Apparently, he forms like, they're called study groups, but essentially they're just like, a teacher and he teaches like students in like a formal setting, like an actual like classroom type thing.
Mhm.
But it's all for shogi. The study group he forms is specifically for elementary school kids, elementary school girls.
Oh.
Oh.
He forms a study group for elementary school girls.
Wait, so real quick, about Killing Bites. I'm looking at the
Okay.
poster. There is a dude who has the same transformation as the girls.
He has the
His
partial,
chest,
just
his
the hand.
chest is, a normal dude chest, and his hands turn into I guess that's jaguar stuff.
Okay.
He looks like he might be like this brother of the other girl with twin tails and turns into a jaguar.
Okay.
So
It would be
There you go.
interesting if they do some like, ignoring how much I will complain almost unquestionably about the science if they do this, if they do some sort of like, you know, the full body transformation was like the imperfect version and the partial transformation is actually the perfect version for whatever reason, like there's less animal instincts in this version or something like that, I could be okay with this because then your universe is consistent. As long as there is consistency, I will accept scientific unfact because I'm already like I have to accept that it's going to be bullshit from here on out. So like if they double down on the bullshit, I will yell about it, but if it makes the universe consistent, I'll be happy at the end of the day. So if that's where they're going with this, I can accept that. And I would like that.
Don't get it also. I'm pretty sure it's just.
I have no hope.
It's just because. Like they're just doing it just because. It looked cool on this character. It doesn't look cool in this character.
Because I'm pretty certain that in the ending / after credits thing that I watched, there was at least one other full body transformation who I'm pretty sure was a guy.
There's the bear dude, yeah.
There was the bear dude, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't have a lot of hope for some sort of explanation coming out about this fucking show, but
I don't
you
really
know,
care.
I'm waiting for like the final fight is gonna be against a literal like chimera dude.
Oh, he's got multiple animals. There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, just goes berserk and like fucking mutates the shit. He has like tumors everywhere.
You should be a writer for this show, Alex, because I'm pretty sure that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Probably. Like, I will be
yeah.
impressed if it's not.
You heard it here, folks.
All 0 of you listening.
Oh, actually, were there any shows that you remember that was like that? Like, I'm impressed you didn't go the obvious route.
I guess for me it was Classroom of the Elite, where
Really?
they
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you like that show at the end?
no.
You said like
well,
last
I was about to say, I
were
thought you
good.
didn't like that show. I got
as
the
a whole, I
opinion.
didn't like it, but like that one part, I was like, oh, this could have been interesting. Had they gone this way the entire show.
Yeah, but didn't you say that was like it wasn't? That was the obvious route though. Like they were dropping pretty obvious clues that was going to be where it was going.
They were dropping some clues, but my guess was that it was going to be more of like he learns to like people. That was like his whole part. It's actually in fact opposite. He just doubles down on being a sociopath, which I absolutely loved.
Oh.
Yeah, like the main character of
sounds like
the
you
show
like
is like actually just a sociopath.
All right.
And like knowing his intentions, I think I would have liked the show more had they been more upfront about it. Because then I would have been questioning him more, like as to like why he did stuff. But when he was actually doing stuff, I was like, I don't really care. You have no reason to do this. I'm uninterested. Go back to the black-haired girl being a piece of shit because that's what I want. That's what I watched the show for. And that was that. It was okay. Oh, that dropped my eraser. Yeah, but it was an okay show. Wouldn't recommend it at all.
A show that doesn't go with the obvious route.
What else?
I don't know. I feel like the problem with that is usually it's the obvious route because it's like the obviously good route. Like this is the route that leads to like a logical ending that I would enjoy. And so like when you go off the rails, it's more likely that I'll just kind of hate where you end up going.
Oh, for All No Zero, despite the fact that 3 characters get shot in the head, they're all alive the next season.
All right, that's fair.
I wasn't happy. I dropped the show immediately.
Sigxion.
I was so fucking annoyed. So stupid. Jesus fucking Christ. Not only that, one of the characters that got shot in the head has 2 fake deaths in like the show prior to this. So that makes 3. She dies and comes back to life 3 fucking times in this fucking show. Jesus Christ.
That does sound annoying.
I mean, if you want to watch a little girl drive a Humvee, you can watch the show. Because that's what happens at the end.
Okay.
As to why, like, a grown character couldn't drive the Humvee, I don't know. They're like, you know what? You're 10 years old, you can barely see over the fucking windshield. You drive the Humvee. Go ahead, just do it. I don't think you could even press the pedal.
You know, if we want to talk about shows that go off the rail or take an ending that's not the obvious ending from the beginning, we can talk about Charlotte and the fact that show becomes a wildly different show halfway through.
Oh
I never
yeah.
watched it.
Oh my god,
I've
that
seen-
show through 6 episodes is one show. After the 6th episode, you're like, well, everything I knew was a lie. And then it becomes a very different show. And then you get to the last episode where it's its own individual event. The 13th episode is an entire show's worth of information.
You're really hyping me up on this.
It's not a good show. I have to say this, like, out loud. Charlotte was not a good show. If the entire show had been that last episode, if the last episode of Charlotte had been all of the season, it would have been the best show. Because last episode was great. It's what the entire show should have been. The first 6 episodes, it was not a horrible show, but it wasn't super amazing. And then you get past the 6th episode, and then it becomes something completely different. And it goes off the fucking rails. Like, it's like, I can't even put it into words. There's not even an analogy I can think of using cars or trains or fucking planes that would appropriately describe
How about
the
all of
fucking
them?
barrel roll that Charlotte just does.
Yeah, because doesn't that show like start off lighthearted and then get really fucking dark, kind of,
Oh,
yeah.
but
does
it like
it?
fucks it up.
Yeah.
Okay,
So, does anybody care about Charlotte
I don't
spoilers?
fucking give a shit.
No.
not really.
I'm not
Okay, so
bleeping
in
this
episode
out.
6, his little sister dies.
Okay.
So through the first 6 episodes, essentially, there's an event that causes children under the age of 15 to be able to develop superpowers, but not everybody, only some people can. And so the first 6 episodes are this group of high school students who are trying to find and, like, categorize different people with powers and essentially tell them, like, you don't get caught by this governmental organization that's hunting down people with powers, like, help them get to safety. The 6th episode, his little sister they find out his little sister has an ability called Collapse, which can destroy any building, and she destroys a building on top of herself, and she dies. After the 6th episode, this whole fucking, like, backstory to the show comes out about how, like, the main character's older brother was still alive, who had this ability called Rewind, how he could go back in time, but he could only do it when he had his eyesight, and they used to be in possession, like being held by the governmental organization, but apparently the main character, who actually has an ability, you think he has the ability to mind control somebody, but he actually has the ability to take away other people's powers by possessing their body for a second. So he took his brother's powers and now has the ability to go back in time, which he used back in time, but actually isn't forward in time, because the entire time stream of the show goes off the fucking rails after the 6th episode.
You're still hyping it up.
So
for-
he used the ability that he got in the future to go backwards, but then forgets everything because that's how the power works. So he goes backwards,
Oh my
forgets
god.
it all to not be kidnapped, but to make sure they don't get kidnapped, the older brother has to leave, but he doesn't know why the older brother left. Only the older brother remembers, because everyone except for the older brother forgets, but for whatever reason the older brother doesn't forget. And so after the 6th episode, they meet up with the older brother again, and they organize like this whole fucking, we're going to like rebel against the government, and it's going to be like awesome, and all this stuff is going to happen. But then people get like kidnapped by the government, and like there's this whole, like, the kid gets his arm cut off, I think, at one point. Like, he loses a limb, I think, and like
See,
goes
at
back
one
in-
point, like, it comes back?
he goes back in time again to unloose the limb.
Why does he go back in time to not kill his sister?
I don't ask me questions about this show. This was something created by Crunchyroll, and I don't understand why.
Wait,
And
what?
so
Wait, what?
at the end of the 12th episode, he does revive the sister. That's right. So when he goes back in time, because now at the end of the 11th episode, after they've been kidnapped and they go attack the government, and then he loses an arm, I'm pretty sure, maybe a leg in an explosion, he then remembers that he has the ability to go back in time. So he goes all the way back in time before the sister died, and then he's like, I'm going to go around the world and take everybody's power. And that's what the 13th episode is he goes around the world and takes everybody's power. And it's actually not that bad. Like, it's actually entertaining as he, like, wanders around. He goes crazy, which is the best part about it, as he's, like, driving, as he, like, flies around the world and takes other people's powers. Essentially, having all that power drives him insane. And, like, he blacks out at one point and, like, basically blows up, like, a terrorist organization.
Just so happened.
And, like, it's so fucking weird. And so he ends up in like Hong Kong at the very end, take away power, and it's the power of courage. Because that's the power of
What?
I wish I was lying. He gets to the end. So he's getting hunted because like he goes around the world and collects all these powers. So he gets known as the Death God. So he's called Shinigami by everybody.
Of course.
And so there's like the government who was collecting all these kids is like, we need to like put out a like a hit
ATB.
on the Shinigami. And so they put out this like the hit on him for like $1 billion or something like that. And so at the very end, he gets shot in the back by a guy with a crossbow because that's what the guy has for some reason. And so the little kid who has the power of courage comes up and like stands in front of him, and she's like, "Don't shoot him. He's a nice guy." And he's like, "The last power was the power of courage. I should have known." And I was like, "Oh my god, this is too much right now."
Well, that's really went
And so-
off the rails.
It like goes so far off the rails. And so then he takes the last power, and then like, of course, the moment he takes the last power, somehow his friends who are in Japan, reminding you that he's currently in Hong Kong, somehow they now know that he has all of the powers. As soon as he takes the last power, they like show up in a helicopter and take him away. And they take him back to Japan, and they put him inside of this like fucking insane asylum for crazy people with powers. And he wakes up with complete amnesia. And he's like, "I don't remember anything." And the main girl is like, "Don't you remember me?" And he's like, "No, I have no idea who the fuck you are." And she's like, "I'm your lover," which was not a real thing, by the way. They at no point were lovers. And it's like, and he's just like, "Oh, interesting."
Nice.
And that was like the reaction. And I was like, this show was so much. Like it was easily 3 shows.
hmm
And it was 13 episodes, and
Oh.
I don't even know.
Oh boy.
But
Well,
you
I was
finished
gonna
it.
watch it.
That's all
I
that matters.
watched them all.
I'm more impressed that you remembered what happened, like with him, his brother, and his sister.
Dude, I still
Because-
remember some of the fucking memes from that show. The fucking the sauce. I still remember that shit.
The what?
So in the very beginning, so he, the main character, and his little sister live together in this apartment, and they have this like quote unquote family secret recipe pasta sauce that she puts on everything.
Okay.
And he's like required to eat it because she's his little sister and she'll cry if he doesn't eat the pasta sauce because it's their family's thing. So he has to eat the pasta sauce, and so the pasta sauce gets put on everything. So the pasta sauce became this like huge meme. And then of course when episode 6 comes around and she dies, and you see her blood running in between the fucking cracks of the stone. So we're like, tell me it's just the pasta sauce.
No.
And I was like, yes. And then like he gets his arm cut off, and they're like, I don't think the pasta sauce is gonna fix that. Oh
Oh.
my god, that show was way too much. It was, oh my god. That was a fucking show and a half.
So, I'm gonna put that show on my anime watch
Don't
list.
watch it. It was
You
so
make it
bad.
sound so amazing.
I
No,
can make
because he's
almost
giving
anything
you a distilled version of this.
No,
Yeah,
I
I'm
know.
giving you the most memorable points of that show. Remember, you have to get through 12 episodes. So you have to get through the first 6 episodes to see the little sister die, where the show then becomes a different show for 6 other episodes, where it then becomes its own individual event for the last episode. You could pretty much understand that show by watching episode 1, 2, 6, 11, and 13. That's all that would describe that show pretty well.
Ugh. Wow. Well, that was a roller coaster.
Fucking that whole show was something. You probably also need to watch episode 10 so they can explain to you how his fucking stupid power works.
Oh God. Probably.
Because he has the most broken fucking power. Although episode 10 is its own fucking event, which, oh my god, was that an episode that I had no... It literally, it's entirely a flashback. You
Uh-huh.
don't understand that it's a flashback until the final 1 minute of that episode. So for 20-something minutes, you're watching him run around this facility and take other people's powers, which you didn't realize he had the capability of doing until that episode. So until episode 11, or I'm sorry, episode 10, you don't understand that he can take other people's powers. So this entire flashback, he's just running around taking other people's powers, but you don't understand how he's getting them until the very end of the episode where he takes his brother's power because his brother finally says, "You have the power to loot other people's powers. Take mine and go back in time." And so at that point, he goes back in time. Also, using his brother's power makes him lose his eyesight. So at the very end, at I think episode 11, in addition to losing an arm or a leg or maybe both, I think he also loses an eyeball.
Jeez.
But oh no, I'm sorry. He doesn't. He loses an arm and a leg, but then to go back in time, he has to give up one of his eyeballs. It's what happened. So
Okay.
he loses one of his eyes. I think he loses his right eye forever. So when they go back in time, he still doesn't have a right eye.
Okay.
And so for episode 12 and 13, he doesn't have an eyeball.
Okay.
It is such a fucking weird show.
Doesn't he go back in time multiple times?
Did he
Yes. Well,
So
well,
why-
the first time his brother does it. That's what it was. So episode
Okay.
10, his brother sends him back in time, but his brother has to give up his eyesight completely because that's like the second time his brother has done it. So his brother sends him back in time and gives up his eyesight completely. So his brother's now blind and can't use his power again because he has to see for reasons that were never explained, mind you.
It's just a Sharingan.
That was just. It's just part of the power is the ability to see is necessary.
Didn't you say like one of the drawbacks of the power is like you forget?
Yes. Well, everyone else except for the person who's holding it forgets, but that's why he doesn't remember is because when his
Oh.
brother does it, they all go back
Yeah.
in time and he forgets.
He
So in
forgets because he
episode
didn't do it.
11, he takes his brother's power and goes back in time and remembers, is what happens. I'm sorry. I forgot that, yeah, his brother did it and went blind. And so in episode 11, or in episode 12, when he goes back in time, he immediately goes, he still remembers everything. He goes and finds his brother and tells him, like, all of the things that happened and says, I need to go and collect everybody's power.
Okay.
So he goes off and collects everybody's power at that point.
All right. Whew.
Yeah, that's an episode.
Shout out to Prego pasta sauce. Only $2 on Amazon.
Jesus.
I fucking hate Prego. It tastes disgusting. Wait, fuck, no. Let me do it again.
my, my girlfriend is Prego.
Prego. Now with real tomatoes.
I don't think you would run back your endorsement when you said I fucking hate Prego.
I meant like... shut up.
Yeah, you can't salvage this one. You've lost it. You can no longer be the spokesman for Prego pasta sauce.
Shout out to generic brand Classico pasta sauce. Wait.
I can go
Yeah.
hunt down my expensive ass pasta sauce out of my cupboard and tell you, shout out to my expensive ass pasta sauce brand.
Just fucking make
Whatever
your own
brand
pasta
you are, you're
sauce.
fucking delicious.
Shout
I
out.
can make my own
to-
pasta sauce, but I don't usually.
Oh, shout outs to Nando's chicken, cause damn that shit is good.
Any chicken's fucking good.
Dude, fucking shout out to those people who scooped us, by the way. Fucking
Oh yeah.
so we went to Nando's, and I don't know how much the rest of you registered what happened, but okay, so like we went in and we, gave the late because okay, so I guess backstory for our 0 listeners, we went to
Magfest.
Magfest last weekend, no, weekend before
2
last,
weeks ago?
Yeah.
whatever.
And
The
an
week
hour
of-
time.
Yeah, the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th of January, we were at Magfest in Maryland. And so, at one point, we went to Nando's, which is 2 blocks down from the hotel that Magfest was held at. And we got,
Chicken.
we were going to go for Nando's chicken. But of course, since it's, a convention, there's like a huge line, all the tables are filled. And so we go in, and I was kind of intending to get to go, but I ended up accidentally signing up for dine-in. But I was like, whatever, a table will open up fast enough. And so we weren't really certain what table we were until a little bit into waiting around for a table. And eventually the lady comes back to us and she was like, all right, you guys are going to be table 21. It'll be like 5 minutes. And we're like, got it, 5 minutes.
Oh, we
And
completely lost track.
we didn't really keep good track of time. And so the people who came in behind us then got our table, which she never called our name, by the way. So it's not like we missed our table because she was like, table for 4 for Nick. Oh, they're not here. The next person up. She just gave it to the next person, but we didn't register what was happening. And so after a minute or two, she kind of walks over to us and she's like, what are you guys waiting for? And we're like, we're waiting for a table for Nick for 4. And she was like, oh my God, I accidentally just gave away your table. And we're like, well, interesting. And so she immediately just gave us the next table up, which was, whatever it was.
Oh, like 18 or
And then-
something.
18.
Yeah, 18. And then so they bring us up to, you're supposed to sit down and get menu. A server comes over and takes your order like an old restaurant kind of thing. Like they actually take your order at the table.
Wait, no,
So
they
they're
don't.
supposed to. Yeah, they do.
Even
That's
for
what everybody
take-
else did.
No, even for takeout, you have to wait in line, talk to them, tell them, I'm this table, here's my stuff, and then you go sit there.
Yeah.
Oh,
A
was it?
server doesn't come.
Yeah, the guys behind us didn't know that.
Yeah,
so,
so what
they
happens is she
eventually
let us
went
cut
up
in
to
line.
someone and said, "Hey, is someone going to come to our table?" And they're like, "No, you got to wait in line."
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
I
why
didn't
she
know
let us cut in line because she gave up our table.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't register that was what we were supposed to do, but anyways, yeah, they brought us up to the front of the line and we're basically just like, let us just line jump because we got scooped.
Yeah.
And we still got our food before the people who scooped us.
Ha.
I mean, it's not their fault.
It was not at all. It was just funny that I was like,
But
it's one of those things,
winner,
like, I feel
winner,
like this happens to
winner.
me a lot in that I don't really care about things when I go get food. So it's like, oh, you have to wait. And I'm like, okay. And then I just end up getting, like, free shit or I get it faster. Like, I get it, like stuff just goes well for me whenever there's, like, food involved. Like, whenever when I went to Popeyes and they were like, oh, we're still making the chicken. And I was like, okay, I can wait. And I waited for, like, maybe 5 more minutes than average. And they're like, we're sorry for the wait. We added some extra apple pies for you. I was like, fucking score. Like, I did not give a shit. I just fucking browsed Reddit on my phone, which is exactly what I would have done if I'd gone home, was just browse Reddit on my computer.
Yeah.
But instead, I just stood around for 5 more minutes and got free apple pies.
I guess you're gonna be whoring out to Popeyes today?
I mean, fucking somebody has to, and you haven't been for the last, like, 8 weeks.
I really should have been. God, I love Popeyes.
Also, by the way, I'm just going to tell you this now while we're doing this episode of Anime Bookcast. Your last episode of Anime Book Club, your last episode doesn't actually work.
What do you mean?
It's not actually on YouTube.
Uh,
Or correction, the link you posted won't actually let me open it, and I cannot find it on your channel.
fuck.
Yeah, so fix that.
I'll fix that later. Trying not to fix it right now.
Yeah. As long as it comes out before this one does, it'll be
Yeah.
fine.
This is gonna come out in like
Probably
2 weeks.
Yeah. It also takes Brandon 18 years to edit these.
Oh fuck. You're right, I don't see it. Where'd it go? I can't even fucking see it.
I think you may have closed it before it finished uploading.
I didn't, I closed it when it was processing. Whatever, I'll fucking look at it later. I'll have to re-upload it. Who do you guys want to whore out to today? Me and, I guess I'm done. Pouring out to tomato sauce.
Yeah, I'll whore out to my Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Guild for making me put in all the tickets. Thank you, Fallen Heroes of the Fallen Empire 2, for making me put in all that shit. So I do that while I'm on the podcast and didn't talk much today.
Oh, that's what you're doing?
That's what I've been doing. Yeah,
Oh.
you gotta do a certain
did they
amount
make you
every
do?
day. You gotta play a certain amount every day.
Oh, okay.
Because otherwise the guild suffers. Can't do raids.
Oh god.
So, whoring out to my guildmates, I
Alright.
guess.
I like how you're whoring yourself out to them and not to us. When we fucking needed you.
Well, that is true.
I mean, I feel like
Here.
today's episode was fucking Nick's Angry Man Yells at the Sky episode.
Urgh. Science isn't right in anime.
I yelled about Gene Terry, and then I ranted about Charlotte for 20 minutes, I feel like. I also
Little
did this
kids don't
entirely.
get
I kept,
powers.
God damn it! I kept picking up my glass where I would normally have lemonade and looking at it and going, "I have no lemonade," and then putting it back down. I probably did that 20 times this
I was
episode.
doing that with my
It's
tea
like-
too.
Oh, now's a good time for a drink. Oh right.
I need like something. I'm like, I can feel it in the back of my throat, like I'm parched, but I can just keep going.
Well, I mean, we're gonna end soon.
Yeah.
That's
I
Alex,
think yo,
you wanna?
Whore out to something?
Yeah,
I already
just
did
bend over.
Nando's.
Oh, Nando's
Oh
chicken.
fuck,
that's
that
right.
was you.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we all whored out.
Yeah.
Do you
I
want to
got
whore out
Popeyes.
again?
Do I want to whore out again? No, Brandon. I gotta save one for next week. I still hate Christian Leitner. and everybody should watch that ESPN 30 for 30. There you go. I heard up to like 3 things today.